Athletics icon Madison de Rozario is one of three reigning Australian Paralympic champions set to defend their gold medals at the Paris Games, taking place in the French capital across August and September. Wheelchair racing great de Rozario, runner James Turner and long jumper Vanessa Lowe were among 6 Australian track and field athletes selected for the Paris Paralympics on Tuesday. Javelin thrower Michael Burian and sprinter Marley Lovell were also picked, as were runners Michael Roger, Angus Hinksman, and Rhys Langdon. De Rozario won gold in the women's 800 meters T54 and marathon T54 at the Tokyo Paralympics in 2021. Turner won gold in the men's 400 meters T36 at the Tokyo Games, while Lowe took gold in the women's long jump T42 in Japan. I don't think you can watch the Paralympics and not fall in love with the sports that you see, and if you're someone who loves sport, which I think Australia as a nation can agree that's who we are, you're going to love the Paralympic Games, de Rozario told Wired World of Sports. It's similar to women's sport, the Paralympic movement, in that we just need eyes on screens one time and you're going to love it. De Rozario is set for her 5th Paralympic campaign, having contested Beijing 2008, London 2012, Rio 2016 and the Tokyo Games. In September last year, the champion athlete won the Sydney Marathon as the event bids to become the 7th major marathon of the world. Oftentimes when we see a person with a disability, that's the first and foremost thing we're going to see, and it's very hard to shake that, de Rozario added. No matter how that person turns up, that is a constant factor in how we view that person. Sport is so incredibly powerful that all we see is sport, and I think that is such an emotionally triggering experience that we feel all those things that sport tells us. The ability to then have two identities that sit side by side, one of an athlete and one of a person with a disability, opens the door to the multifaceted identities that every single person has in them constantly. Once we open the door for sport to be one of those things, we leave it open afterwards. That has an enormous overflow effect to how we see the 15% of the global population and 20% of Australia's population of people with a disability. The Paris Paralympics will be held between August 28 and September 8.